Welcome back to another double feature, the series where I play two random games in a single video. That's right, not just one game, two of them. It's a completely original idea that I came up with myself and totally has not been done before by at least 5 million other YouTubers. But I like to at least make the game selection itself as interesting as I can possibly make it. And by that I mean I usually try to pick out games that would personally appeal to me, which I understand is highly subjective, but I always do it in the hopes of inspiring someone else out there to go and pick up the game for themselves and support some of the hard-working indie developers out there in the world. So with that being said, the first game I'm going to be covering today is called Ooh? Yeah, I haven't played one of these kinds of games in a while, a game with an impossible to pronounce title, mainly due to the fact that I'm pretty sure the game's title is meant to represent some sort of symbol, but I think it's called Ooh. It's just comprised of two O's. One O is lowercase, the other one's uppercase. Now, if you're wondering why this game has such a ridiculous title, well, it's meant to be a reference to one of the game's main mechanics. This is an arcade-style time attack game, that's the best way I can sum it up. It's not really a platformer, because what the game actually involves is that you control a circle, and this little circle is rotating around the inside of much larger hollow circles, because the circle you're controlling is not itself hollow, it's colored in, it's a solid color. And what you have to do as this tiny little circle is that you have to jump in between all of the other hollowed circles and just make it to the exit of the level. You'll notice on the title screen here that some of the circles that are presented on the title screen are intersecting each other. So in order to jump from circle to circle in this game, you have to wait until your circle rotates all the way to the point where the circles are intersecting each other, and then once you make it right to the intersection, you press the spacebar and you'll wind up in the other circle. I also have to note as well that the circle you're controlling moves on its own. It constantly orbits around the inside of the circle's circumference, and it's also possible to flip the circle so that it orbits on the outside as well, which is definitely useful for some of the later levels because there will be spikes that can kill you instantly, and there are certain spikes that can also flip around the circumference of the circle too, so they can appear on the inside or the outside. You'll get a better idea as to what I'm talking about when we actually get to playing the game. Now, if you don't know who developed this game, well, this game was developed by Rainbow Train. Yes, you know, the guy whose puzzle games I featured prominently on the channel. You know, like Hook, Clocky, Push, Up Left Out, and most recently Naboki, which we actually covered in the previous double feature. Indeed, this is yet another game from Rainbow Train, but this one is very different from a lot of Rainbow Train's previous output. This wasn't the first commercial game to be released by Rainbow Train though, because this came out a few months after Hook, but compared to not only Hook, but also Rainbow Train's future output, it's very different from a lot of the other games he's made. As far as I'm aware, this is the only game Rainbow Train has released that is not strictly a puzzle game. This also happens to be the only other game that Rainbow Train has released currently, which means by the time this video goes live, I would have covered all of Rainbow Train's commercial games on my channel. Literally every single game that he's released commercially, I would have done a video on, or featured in my double feature series, or my randomizer series, or whatever. I can't help myself, man, his games are pretty damn neat for what they are. And you know what? Ooh is no exception. Also, for the record, this game is not free. It costs $1, so it is in fact a commercial product. Just wanted to get that out of the way quickly. So my plan for this video is to only show off the first two levels of the game, and then I'm also going to show off this red circle over here. I'm not going to spoil what this red circle is just yet. I'll explain that once we get to it. Also, these tinier circles right here, next to the larger ones, I'll also explain what these are in a little bit as well. If you're wondering what these numbers inside the circles are, that's my death counter. Indeed, this game does keep track of how many times you've died in a level, and basically the objective here is to try and not die. You want to try and get as little deaths as possible, because the lower your death counter, the higher your score, basically. That's pretty much how this game functions. So we'll get started by clicking on this green circle right here, or I guess it's more like a teal color or cyan. So literally the only controls in this game are space and mouse click. click, and they both have the same functionality. You can use them to jump through circles. And you'll notice that this little circle you're controlling right here is moving on its own. So basically what you have to do is that you have to wait until it gets to the intersection of this big circle right here, then you press the spacebar, and it'll jump to the other circle here. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole game. Now, if you're wondering what this circle right here is, yeah, that circle with a bit of color inside of it, these are essentially checkpoints. So if you end up dying, you'll just restart at that circle. Also, I can demonstrate quickly right here. As you can see, if you press the spacebar when you're not intersecting another circle, you will appear outside of the circle that you're orbiting. This is only useful for when you're trying to avoid spikes, though. It's not really, something that we need to worry about right now, though. So we're just gonna try and get a move on right here. So yeah, this is basically how this whole game works. You'll see that I am, jumping through circles by pressing the spacebar at the exact intersection between two circles right here. If I were to hit the circles on the outside by, say, going outside of the circle's circumference, or orbiting on the outside, yeah, and then colliding with that circle right there, it would kill me. You need to make sure that you press the spacebar once you make it to the intersection, otherwise you'll end up clipping the circle from the outside and you'll die. I'm not too worried about my death counter, to be completely honest with you. I'm mostly just trying to beat all of the levels here. I do want to keep this video as short as I can possibly make it, so I won't be diving into too much detail regarding some of the later levels in this game, and there aren't that many levels in this game to begin with. I think there's only about 4 or 5, so not a massive game. Yeah, so now we're getting introduced to spikes here, as you can see. So you touch the spikes and you die. You just burst into a bunch of tiny white pixels. So you want to try and avoid these as much as possible. Well, you want to avoid them altogether, that's what I'm trying to say. So you can simply avoid them by going to the outside of the circle, by pressing the spacebar. That's how you avoid them, because you can't jump in this game, not necessarily, unless you consider this to be jumping. Yeah, you see how I ended up dying there because I didn't quite make it to the intersection in time? Or I didn't quite line it up perfectly? Yeah, gotta be really precise with this. This is definitely one of those, like, arcade-style precision games. Again, I wouldn't call this a platformer, because, I mean, you're kind of just, like, orbiting circles here, so that's not really my personal definition of a platformer. These levels are also not that long either. They are fairly short. But see, the trick here is that they're extremely difficult, which is what makes up for their incredibly short length. Basically, when a game is offering you a death counter, that's how you know that the game is difficult, because the game is basically telling you, yeah, by the way, you're probably gonna die a lot. I'm trying to remember how exactly I got through this particular level right here. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. You gotta go to the outside and the inside and outside, inside. Oh god, okay, there we go. There we go. Fine, graceful movements. My god. Okay, hopefully I don't become too nervous by this. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. Okay, there. I think we just completely, skipped past one of the circles. Gotta try and get through some tinier ones right here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Amazing timing. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I gotta be really careful here. Thankfully, there's no time limit, though, so it does allow you to just kind of sit around and take your time, like when you're trying to plan out your next move. So that's always nice, that's always appreciated. That red circle that we saw on the title screen, though, that one is not as nice to us because it does actually force us to move along in that particular level. But again, we'll discuss that in further detail a little bit later. Oh wow, how did I even do that? I was barely even paying attention to what was going on there. Okay, wait. Gotta stay on the inside and go to the outside. Okay, damn it. I was about to say very graceful movements. Oh my god, please. No, stay on the inside. There we go. Okay, very nice. See, sometimes I get confused because for whatever reason, it's like my brain is telling me that these spikes are actually on the outside when in reality, they are on the inside. Oh my god, okay, yeah. See, those red spikes that are just bouncing up and down, these spikes will appear in some of the later levels. Also, that was a massive improvement over my previous score. I only died 12 times. But yeah, you might have noticed that some of those red spikes were bouncing up and down. Well, if we go to the purple level over here, yeah, now you got cubes in the background. Well, there are some spikes over here. Okay, yeah, see, these spikes right here. So those spikes will protrude outwards at certain intervals. So these red spikes are a lot more animated than the ones that we saw earlier. So what we gotta do is that we gotta wait for those to disappear. I don't know why I always do that. It's almost instinct. It's like, no, I'm not supposed to go to the outside of the circle, but it's like I can't help myself. It's like my brain tells me to do it. Indeed, so the red spikes appear, then they disappear. I'm trying to think of the exact term. Protract. I think they protract. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. That's pretty damn good. Okay. Or no, they retract, I believe. Yeah, they go back inside the circle. Okay, but this section right here is gonna require a little bit of timing, because I think I want to try and get... Okay, yeah. Go in this circle. I don't want to go in there just yet. Yeah, wait until the spikes disappear. Then I think I can go in here. Okay, never mind. I was not supposed to go in there. Okay, wait, can I possibly just speed run through this? Hang on a second. I didn't... Oh my god, wait, I'm getting confused. Hang on a moment. Here, I want to go once these spikes disappear. There we go, and then jump through this circle. And then jump through this last one, and then get to the checkpoint. Okay. See, I don't really like that particular section, though, because it kind of forces you to take your time with that one. When one set of spikes disappears, then jump through the circle, then wait for the other set of spikes to appear first, then wait for it to retract, and then jump through that circle, and then just rinse and repeat a few times. Also, it is possible to reset the position of the little spikes here as well by dying on them. I think what I would like to do here, though, is possibly jump through here. I don't think there's any spikes that appear in this tiny circle, though. Okay, imagine I'm probably gonna have to do this. Okay, yeah, there we go. That works. That works well enough. So, let's see about this here. Okay, yeah. Okay, well that was good enough. Not really sure why they put a checkpoint so close to that. That's honestly one of the easier sections of the level. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, they are retracting and then they're appearing on the outside of the circle. Yep, wavering in between the inside and the outside, and then when they waver, you gotta waver as well. There you go, just shift it. Just shift it. Yeah, because then they're gonna just disappear, so we can just go through. Yeah, and then they're gonna basically do the same thing in this circle, but they're gonna do it even faster. So you gotta be prepared. There we go. Just like that. Very nice. Oh, and then they're gonna do it even faster. Indeed. There we go. See, what you really need here is just proper timing to get through those sections. See, it's one of those things where, if you constantly retry the levels over and over, eventually you'll master it. Everything will become trivial after a while. You know, it'll definitely throw you off guard a few times, but you'll get it eventually. You just gotta believe in yourself. All it takes is practice. You just gotta gradually get better at things. That's how you succeed in life. Okay, well that's not how you succeed in life. No, not by making dumb mistakes like that. Hang on. Oh, okay, there we go. Waver. Okay, this is kind of a difficult section. Okay, there, I got through it anyway. Okay, so this is one of the earlier sections we saw, but it's just doing it even faster. I don't remember what to do here. Okay, well, it lured me into a false sense of security because I thought for sure that was gonna disappear. Or that was gonna, like, stay gone, or stay invisible. And when I mean stay invisible, I'm referring to the spikes. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. And then we do it again. Oh, okay. A little too quick. Oh, there we go. Oh, dang it. Okay. You gotta kind of do this, like, really fast, because the timing on this is insane. I would even go as far as to say the timing is almost frame perfect. Okay, that was actually pretty good. So, then you have this section right here where the spikes are moving on their own. These are blue spikes. I'm not sure if these appear in the blue level that comes after this. This section is not that difficult, though. Yeah, there, just like that. Actually, you know what? That didn't really take me too long to beat. Could I at the very least see what this blue level right here is all about? Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it makes enough sense. Blue spikes, they rotate, they move on their own. Okay. It kind of making like an illusion here because it kind of looks like the... Oh my god, what in the... How did I even get through that? Yeah, there's a bit of an illusion going on right here because it looks like the spikes... Sorry, it looks like the circle is rotating on its own when in reality, it's the spikes themselves. Okay, wait a second. This is gonna require a little bit of good timing. Oh god, oh, well, how in the world? How in the flying frick am I supposed to do this now? Okay, oh, like that, okay, well, I can't go back into the circle when that freaking spike right there is just in the way. No, I can't do that. Okay, so then what the heck am I supposed to do at that point then? Uh-oh, hang on a second, this is the point of confusion right here. Am I supposed to just stay... Oh, I guess I am just supposed to stay in this, I guess I'm supposed to stay in that center circle with the rotating triangle. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Okay, well that's fine enough. I got through it anyway. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm kind of intrigued by this. Oh, okay, I can just duck down into these circles. Wow, I can't even do that properly. Are you serious? Okay, hang on. Stay in there. Okay, and then go into this one. Okay. Seems fine enough. Seems okay enough. How about I just wait for those to go away? There. And then just duck into this one. Oh, God. Okay. Hang on a second. We'll make it through this. We'll make it through this together. I guess maybe I have to try and... Okay, I don't even know how that worked. It looked like I just straight up clipped through one of them. Alright. Sure, I mean, it works well enough. Works well enough. Oh my god, I was like right there. As far as I'm aware, it is not possible to shift the direction in which your circle orbits all of these other circles right here. I don't think it's possible to change it. I think it's just constantly rotating clockwise. There we go. That's good enough. Oh my god, what in the world is this? Wow, okay, this is gonna require some really good timing. What am I even supposed to do about this right here? Hang on a moment. Oh, wait. Can I just, like, literally... Hang on. I just got an idea. Do I... Wait, just... Oh my god, the timing on this is crazy. What is this timing window, boys and girls? Okay, well, at least it doesn't space the checkpoints that far apart, but how am I supposed to, like... Okay, wait. I think I have to try and get through this tiny circle the first time around, because I think that's where my window of opportunity lies. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just really curious about this level, honestly, and I just want to see what it entailed. Oh my god, I can't even get through the first freaking circle now. Wow, alrighty then. Yeah, I definitely saw a pattern in that, though, because it kind of seemed like I just had to... I had to just do one rotation, or not even a rotation. As soon as I got to the intersection, press spacebar immediately. Yeah, I started to notice that there was actually a very specific timing window I had to hit on that. Okay, let's see about... Oh god. Hang on, let's see about this level right here. I'm not at the point where I'm raging yet, because I'm just kind of trying to figure this out through trial and error here. Because I wasn't even going to play this level in this video originally, but since the other two levels, like, took me so little time to beat, might as well just go all the way now. And something tells me that large circle over there might actually be the last one. Possibly? Maybe? What the hell? Well, okay, it might not be, but... I can just stay out here, buddy boy. Oh god. Oh, I can't stay out there. Oh god, I can't! Oh, well, I still got through it either way. Oh, so these guys can also rotate counterclockwise too. They actually shift their direction, or the direction at which they rotate. Okay. What the hell is this? Oh no. Gotta get myself in that flow state. Gotta get myself in that progressive flow state. Okay, so that triangle is on the outside, actually. That blue triangle that I'm seeing over there on that second circle. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I can just... I mean, it does change its direction as soon as I get inside of that circle, it seems. So maybe I'd be able to just stay in there for a little while? Wow, okay. Well, that worked at first. Wow, okay, look at that death counter now. Oh, Jesus, well, I got through it. Oh, no, what is this? What is that? Oh, God, it crawls through the circles. I won't be able to just... Okay, yeah, I have to get on out to the outside of that in order to avoid it, because there's no way I could do that on the first try by just with like, proper timing. Okay, let's try this out, then. Okay, don't go to the outside of that, though. Don't go to the outside of that circle, because that's just gonna end up getting me killed. Okay, what? Actually, wait. I mean, I could go to that other circle, like right over here. How exactly does it travel through? Oh, wow, okay, I avoided that somehow. Alright, well, we got through it. Oh, God, what is this? Spacebar? Oh, wow, alright. Well, I mean, that's kind of an easy section. Just mash the spacebar at a rate of approximately 1/5 a second. God, why am I getting mathematical about this all of a sudden? Oh no, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna follow this triangle right here. Okay, wow, don't know how that worked. I guess you could also consider these specific sections of the level to be, like, levels in and of themselves. Yeah, because all these levels seem to have sections where they're kind of introducing you to new stuff you haven't seen yet. Oh god, like this? Oh, so I have to probably go outside like that. Wait, like... Damn it. Okay, hang on a second. Like this. Oh, no, not like that, because I didn't even try. Didn't even try. Okay, yeah, that just disappears straight up. Okay, so I noticed that this red spike right here will disappear before I actually collide with it, which means I don't have to shift around again. It'll just disappear before I get killed by it. See, just like that. Okay, and also maybe try to just go on the outside and stay on the outside. Oh god, I won't be able to stay on the outside for too long though. Okay, this is starting to make sense to me now. I'm starting to get the timing down on this. I think I've gotten the timing down actually. Just wait out here. Admittedly, this does require a bit of concentration, otherwise I'm just gonna keep screwing up constantly. Okay, see, I already know what exactly this triangle is gonna do, so I gotta- oh my god. I need to time that so precisely on those tiny circles, though. Jeez, man. Timing on that is insane, so I think I just gotta wait for that purple circle to get out of the way. Oh no. Because I rotate clockwise, so I actually have to go towards it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't want to get involved in your shenanigans, though. I'd rather not. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, see, the thing too is that I have to try and time this all on the first cycle. That's also what makes this, astronomically difficult. Okay, well, I got through it, though. What is this? Okay, well, mash. That somehow worked. Wait, I just have to get through that one? Why was that so close? A checkpoint that just leads into another checkpoint. Oof, okay, I can't stay in here for too long. Am I gonna... Wait a minute. Oh god, I went onto the outside of it. I think, oh my god, please. Yeah, see, I can't stay in there for too long, so then I have to like leave immediately. Leave as soon as I get in. Okay, wait, am I actually getting inside that circle, or am I just like not timing that correctly? Because it almost seems like it's putting me on the outside. Okay, well I can go inside this little section right here, or this little circle, but that's not where I want to go. There, that's the circle I was trying to get in. Oh my god, please. Please and thank you. There we are. Okay, that's good. And then what is... Okay, wow, that was just not even... I don't understand why some of these sections are like, I get on my first try, but then other times it's like, I die like 200 times to them. Okay, what is this section? What exactly is this section? Do I have to wait a little bit before this desyncs? Yeah, okay. It seems so. Jeez, man, we still haven't gotten to the end of this damn level yet. Okay, I'm gonna assume that massive circle over there is probably the last section, though. I can only imagine it is. So let's figure this out then. Yeah, I gotta wait for that to desync. I can't wait until it syncs up with me because that's just gonna kill me. Okay, so I've been able to determine that I can rotate 3 times in this first circle right here to avoid this blue sweeper, and then 1 time in that circle to avoid that blue sweeper on the bottom. How many times am I gonna have to rotate inside this last circle over here, though? That's what I'm trying to determine right now. It seems like rotating 4 times in this first circle also works, but that's slow, and I don't like slow. We just gotta go fast here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is the last one. What is this? Whoa, okay. Well, alright. That kind of messes with my eyes a little bit, but it seems simple enough. Let's try it. I can't tell if this gets any faster or not. Yeah, see, admittedly, this also kind of messes with my brain a little bit, because it's constantly rotating here, and it kind of, I don't know, kind of tends to throw your brain off a little bit. We're gonna try and get it here. God, I seriously can't tell if it gets faster near the end. I think it does. Also, I can confirm that this is the final section, because I saw, the end of the finish is, the end of the level, I mean, is right over there. Hang on. I'm gonna get it. Don't you worry about a thing, baby girl. Oh my god, 268? 2 pi r. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the formula for determining the circumference of a circle, right? Is it 2 pi r? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've taken a math class in high school. Oh man, 268. Oof. Well, out of curiosity, what is this green level here? Oh god. Now the circles are actually rotating. Oh, they're detaching themselves from that central circle, and then they're reattaching themselves to it. Oh, okay, how exactly does that work? Oh no. It works in such a convoluted way that I do not feel like dealing with it right now. Okay, no. Yeah, you know what? I said I was gonna try and keep this video on the short side, so I don't think I'm gonna bother with that green level for now, though. So I think that's where we'll leave things for now, but real quickly, I would like to show you guys what exactly this tinier circle is next to all of these larger colored circles. So whenever you complete a level in OO, there will be a much more difficult version of that level that gets opened up to you. Now, these more difficult versions of the levels are completely optional. You don't actually need to complete them if you don't want to, but I would like to show you guys what exactly these more difficult levels entail, because it's kind of interesting. Like, you would think that a more difficult rendition of the level would mean that the layout is slightly different, or there have been some objects that have been moved around, or more obstacles that you need to avoid. Well, the obstacle you need to avoid is the screen. Yeah, because the more difficult versions of all the levels here in OO, they're basically drunk mode, because as you can see, the screen is completely distorted. And also, the audio is completely distorted too. You might have noticed that the music is kind of just going completely buck wild as well. Yeah, this is like, yeah, drunk mode for OO right here. The actual layouts of the levels have not changed in the slightest. The level layout is still completely the same. It's just that, yeah, the screen had a little bit too much to drink, or the game had a bit too much to drink, and now it's just totally hammered. It's lost all sense of, what do you call it? I don't know, sense of spatial awareness or whatever. I don't know, the kind of things that happen to your brain when you're intoxicated. Effects that I would not be familiar with myself, because I've actually never had a single drink in my entire life, despite the fact that I am 22, and I've actually been old enough to drink for the past 3 years now, because I live in Canada. Yes, thankfully I live in a country that actually allows me to start drinking at a younger age, even if it's only, like, by 2 years, but still. I don't plan on ever learning how to drink. Don't plan on ever doing it anytime soon, honestly. Good God. I mean, thankfully this first level right here is not so difficult to get across, because I'm already familiar with the layout of this level. Yeah, it doesn't, like, inhibit your ability to understand what the hell you're doing that much, at least not on this particular level. Kinda surprised I'm getting through it right now, actually. Oh, no. I'm only doing this just because I haven't actually tried beating a level like this before. I just want to see how it... Oh, no. Is it getting worse? I can't help but feel like the distortion effect is actually getting worse the further I delve into the level. Oh my god. It distorts every time I move into another circle. Oh, no. Oh, I just missed the... I missed the checkpoint altogether. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Holy crap. I'm not even sure how I'm getting through this right now, but man, oh man, this is actually insane. I think I'm getting close to the end, if I remember just how long this level is. Okay, yeah, I got through that. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna make me dizzy if I stare at it for too long. I'm somehow making it through right now, though. Probably gonna end up having a few more deaths than I did on my previous run of this. But I mean, it was at least fun to try. It was definitely really fun to try. Oh my god. Okay, I remember how this goes, though. Okay, yeah, simple enough. Simple enough. Ow. Simple enough, I say. Oh god, maybe it's not as simple as I think it is. This is what I imagined the game would probably look like when you're drunk. Oh. Here we go. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, and I already know that this right here is the final section anyway. What the hell? Okay, wow. What is this? What even is this? Holy hell. Well, I somehow got through it. Okay, yeah. So, you can also enable this on some of the other levels. Oh yeah, this monstrosity of a level. No, absolutely not. And you can also enable it for the spinning spikes. Oh god, no. I don't want to deal with it. I do not wish to deal with it. And then as for this red circle right here, this red circle is basically an endless mode. That's effectively what this is, but endless mode is very difficult to play, not only due to the fact that it's randomized. Yeah, the layout of random mode here is, well, random. There's random pieces of circles right here with random pieces of obstacles attached to it. And if that wasn't enough, the level is constantly rotating. And you'll also notice that there's a red wall that's constantly creeping up towards you, so you have to constantly be on the move, otherwise that red wall is going to kill you. So yeah, in other words, endless mode is basically impossible to play, but there is this nice little effect right here when it does finally collide with a circle. The circle just evaporates away, creates some nice black particles right there. Yeah, and then once you finally get to a checkpoint, as it were, it starts rotating even quicker. Like, look at this crap. This is insane. I did actually beat my previous record somehow. Oh my god, I don't know if the wall gets faster or not, the deeper you go into it, but man, that is making me dizzy. But yeah, that's effectively what this mode is. It's just an endless mode. You want to see how far you can get, and the level is infinite, of course. Randomly generated, so it's not the same every single time. And that's about all there is to say regarding this mode. If you want, you can enable the drunk mode. I don't know why I just got an achievement there. Rollin'? Not sure why I got that, but yeah. You can also enable drunk mode for endless as well, and you wind up with this monstrosity. Oh no. No, I don't want to deal with it right now. Please. Yeah, so the score for endless mode just counts how many circles you've been able to jump through, and it also keeps your score for the drunk mode too. Or you could also imagine this as essentially being underwater, but I don't know, I feel like it's a lot funnier to just imagine what the game would look like when you're like deeply intoxicated, which is basically what these freaking levels are. Offers you a nice little challenge at least, and I guess you would have to beat these levels if you want to truly 100% the game. But other than that, guys, that's all I really got for Ooh in particular. A very neat arcade-style game where you're just kinda rolling along through circles. And you can do it either, you know, completely normal and sober, or completely drunk out of your skull, as the game allows you to do. Again, keep in mind that the actual level layouts do not change when you're playing in the harder versions of the levels. It's just that the entire screen is now your enemy, essentially. The screen itself has become an enemy. But yeah, I don't really have anything more to add other than that, and as far as I'm aware, this game does not have, like, online leaderboards or anything, so you can't compare your scores with other people online. Not that I know of, anyway, which is a little bit disappointing because I feel like this game would greatly benefit from online leaderboards, but there doesn't seem to be any implemented. A bit of a wasted opportunity if I do say so myself, but if you guys want to download the game, the link's in the description. It's only $1 on Steam, and there is also an iOS, Android, and Windows Phone version of the game. I think there is also a free browser-based version that you can play on Congregate too, so bunch of links in the description there. But that's not where I'm going to be ending the video just yet, because I would like to move on to the second game that I want to show you guys today. So let's move over to that game now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that Ooh originally came out in 2015. Yeah, I just realized I forgot to mention the year that the game actually came out. I mean, I did say it came out a few months after Hook, and I've already done a video on Hook, and I mentioned when that game came out in a previous video, but it came out in May of 2015, so it was about 4 months after Hook. I forgot to mention that, so I apologize. Anyway, we're gonna be moving on to Loss of Fluid now. So I don't remember when Loss of Fluid was released. I think it was either late 2015 or early 2016. I do know that the game was originally developed for Ludum Dare 34, so it might have been sometime in December of 2015 if I had to guess, because I think that's when the 34th edition of Ludum Dare took place. So this is a free game that I actually discovered on itch.io quite some time ago, because I had initially meant to cover this game in one of my really old randomizer videos. I had planned on covering this game in a randomizer video as far back as 2017, because that's when I initially discovered it. However, nothing ever came of that randomizer video, and there was actually a couple of other Ludum Dare games I wanted to show off in that specific randomizer as well, but I never ended up making that randomizer video. And while I do feel like it might be a little bit too late to try and revisit that specific video now, I wanted to try and show off at least one of the games that I was initially going to feature in that video, because I find that it is pretty interesting. So Loss of Fluid is a very small score attack game where you are trying to land the plane whose engines are completely malfunctioning. Basically, the plane has received terminal damage to both of its engines, and the engines are leaking fuel very rapidly. So you have to try and make quick decisions in order to land the plane on the nearest runway. You control both engines independently using the A and D keys, or the left and right arrow keys. I believe the A key and the left arrow key controls the left engine, and D key and right arrow key controls the right engine. It's also possible to activate both engines at the same time. That requires you to hold down both A and D, or left and right. You also have to wiggle the plane around slightly in order to bring down the landing gear, because there is no specific hotkey for that. that. The terrain in Loss of Fluid is also randomly generated, which means every time you play the game again, the runway will be placed at a completely different location. Not only that, but the scenery itself will also kind of change in appearance too. The game will tell you where exactly the runway is located though, so you don't have to just guess where it is and then you end up running out of fuel and all your crew members end up dying. Now, according to the game's developer, this game is very loosely based on an actual real-world incident that occurred back in 2003. Without going into too much detail, the incident that this game is loosely based on involved an Airbus A300 that managed to survive an attempted takedown by a surface-to-air missile in Iraq. Basically what happened was that the plane was in the process of taking off, and once it finally made it into the air, the left wing was suddenly struck by a surface-to-air missile. The missile struck the left wing of the plane, and the wing was basically destroyed. Miraculously though, the pilots managed to land the plane safely, and they didn't suffer any injuries either. What was also fortunate about the incident is that there were no actual passengers on board the plane at that time. The only people inside the plane at the time of its attempted shoot-down were the crew members, and there were only 3 crew members on board at the time, and all of them survived without injuries. This is the real-world event that Loss of Fluid is supposedly loosely based on, and I mention it here just to provide a bit of context as to what exactly is happening in this game. Here we go then. Cargo Fox 23, contact center on 127.6. First officer 127.6 for Cargo Fox 23. Well, it's a good day to fly, isn't it? This is the captain speaking. And here we go, this is when the engine starts exploding. What the hydraulic pressure is dropping! We are rapidly losing fuel too! And then this is where I have to start controlling it. I'm losing control, I can only control the engines! And here we go, we're going into free fall. Mayday, mayday, mayday! Requesting emergency landing. Pretty sure that said emergency. Roger, the closest airport to your position is northeast at 33, which means we have to turn this damn plane around and go over here. Those are compass coordinates, or wait, what am I talking about right now? I'm not even paying attention to what it's telling me here, but it told me to go northeast at 33, which means we have to bring the plane over here. Yeah, so basically what we gotta do is that we have to control this plane independently using the engines, or we control the engines independently in order to turn the plane around. Basically what we have to do is that we have to find the runway and land on it. And that's literally the whole game, for the record. It's a very short and relatively simple game. I do like the pixel art aesthetic, though. Again, it kind of reminds me of A Short Hike to some degree, despite the fact that this game came out much longer ago than that. Also, I actually cannot seem to find the runway. It told me to go like 33 degrees northeast, which is what I'm trying to do. I mean, we can have a nice little flight before we, you know, die a fiery death. We can do stuff like this, where we can do 360s, you know, where we can just completely lose control. I do at least like the smoke effects, and also the lighting effects here, too. Also, I think the ground just disappeared. Wait, I found the runway! Okay, wait. Gotta wiggle. Wiggle the plane around here. There we go. Gotta bring out the gears. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god. I don't remember which, oh, wait. Am I going the other way now? Hold on a second. I gotta go this way. Hang on. Hang on. I'm trying to switch it around. Oh, wait. Wow. Touchdown. Brakes at max. Well, there you go, guys. That's Loss of Fluid. Thank you for watching. Okay. I was not expecting to get that on my first attempt. By the way, I do just want to mention this here. If you try to land the plane on the ground, it will explode. In order for the plane to actually land, like, without blowing up, you have to make it land on the runway with the gears down. And then I learned, actually, because I did manage to land the plane off-screen before, I learned that once you finally land the plane on the ground, you can actually just let it skid off the runway and it'll be perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, that actually kind of makes it a bit more realistic in that regard, because the event, the real-life event that this game is loosely based upon, well, apparently that's what happened when they actually landed the plane, because the plane did skid off the runway and it went into the ground, but thankfully the plane didn't blow up and everyone was able to get off safely, like the crew members. So I guess it's a little bit more realistic. It's more like what actually happened back in 2003. But when you do finally land the plane, you do get a score tally, so I took 111.67 seconds, which apparently is way too long because the game didn't give me any points for that. My airplane angle was at negative 16.39, and I got a bunch of points for that. Centerline offset was negative 0.08, so I got points for that, and then vertical speed was negative 4.98, which I got 950 points for. So in total I got 3,084 points, which I think is slightly less than what I got off screen. We are going to press space to try that again just one last time, because I do want to show you guys that, as you can see, the scenery does change very slightly when you do reset the game. And I also want to show you that, yeah, see, the coordinates of the runway do in fact change, because now it's telling me that I have to go northwest at 307. So just take note of where it's telling you to go. It's highlighted in red anyway, so you can't possibly miss it, and you basically have to go over here. And that's pretty much what this entire game entails. It's just trying to beat your high score. Wow, I already found it? Are you serious? Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a moment. Not expecting this to be that easy, but here, we got it. Look, this looks absolutely perfect. Am I going to be able to land this damn thing again? Also, take note of the shadows as well. Oh my actual god. I did it twice in a row. Wow. And I died like at least 20 times trying to do that when I first played this game, and now I'm just 2 times in a row, man? Oh, look at that. 5,448 points. Expert pilot. Professional pilot. WestJet, sign me up right now. I'm ready to go. Damn, okay. Yeah, but you can kind of tell that the game expects you to be able to complete this very quickly, because now it's actually giving me points for managing to land that in just 52 seconds. 5,448. Very nice indeed. Okay, well I can at least try and show you guys what happens when you do crash the plane, and also when you run out of fuel. So you know what? How about we just completely ignore the coordinates altogether? Northeast at 38? No. I want to go down south because I want to. Because I have free will, or at least I believe I do. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also just kind of fly up right into the sky, and you can just kind of leave the environment altogether. Although it does have this very bizarre effect on the ground, where, yeah, there's that strange effect where it kind of looks like there's just a massive wave that's just like destroying everything in its path. Yeah, we cannot even deploy the gears. You have to wheel the airplane to release them. And in order to do that, you just press left and right alternatively as fast as you possibly can, and eventually it'll place the wings down. It'll bring the wings down. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just floating off into space, man. We're just gonna go on a journey. Go on a journey into outer space. One last moment together. I seriously do not even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm tired, okay? It's 9:30 at night. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep last night anyway, but I wanted to try and record something either way because it's been like an entire week since I uploaded Hexen, so... Also, I just noticed that there appears to be this, like, really weird orange aura around the plane now. Oh god, the wings are disappearing. What is happening? The plane is, like, just straight up disappearing into the background now. Oh god. You'll also notice that it's kind of just, like, moving around on its own, too, like it's changing trajectory. We're out of fuel, sir. It's been an honor to fly beside you, boys. It's been an honor to take a trip into the stratosphere one last time with you. Oh, I can't even control this damn plane now. Yeah, we just stall. Now we're just going into free fall. We'll eventually get back down to the ground. I don't know how high I flight up, though. I'm just kind of, like, floating in the void now. Floating in the nice orange-colored void. I at least like the colors, though, because the colors are, like nice and warm. You know, like a nice warm color palette, but at the same time, it's also light on the eyes, too. It's really nice. Okay, yeah, here we go. We're crashing back down to Earth. Oh, boy. Yeah, I really don't understand how exactly it like, generates all this terrain here. This game was made in Unity, by the way. Oh, my god. Just the noise, like a 90-degree angle. Oh my god, just loss of life. Casualties all around. Got this nice fire effect here, though, at the very least. Okay, well, I was able to land the plane at least twice in a row. I'm not really sure what else I could show off in this game, though, guys. I mean, other than whatever the hell this is supposed to be right here. Oh, here we go. A key and right arrow key. This is actually kind of working. In fact, I would say that this is actually a little bit easier to control this way. Yeah, but it does kind of seem like if you go out far enough, the terrain will just disappear eventually. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it actually generates infinitely. It only generates within, like, a small area. But you can kind of just, like, fly around and, you know, kind of explore the mountain range. Oh, these are just straight up little rocks right here. Oh, wait, no. These are trees. I get it now. These are supposed to be trees, not mountains. But they look so weird when you're so high up in the air, though. They just kind of look like normal mountains. Okay, let's try landing on the ground, then. What happens if we try to do that? See, this should be good. No, it's not. You know, coming in for a nice smooth landing on what appears to be flat terrain, but no. That doesn't work. No, because that would work too well. That's why it doesn't work. If it works too well, then it cannot possibly work at all. That's how it normally works, right? That's clearly what the law tells us. Oh my god. Okay, hang on a sec. It also looks like there's pools of water here as well. These are very clearly mountains right here, though. Yeah, very clearly. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Oh god, fly up. Oh my god. Holy crap. Okay, we came very close to colliding with that. This is a flight simulator like no other. And you know what? This also reminds me about something. I would kind of like to actually cover a legitimate flight simulator on my channel again someday. Because I've already covered a lot of Microsoft's flight simulator games already. How about I try crashing into the water over here? Yeah, let's try landing in the water, see how that goes for us. Landing in the river of blood. No, that doesn't work either, great. But in all seriousness, though, I was kind of thinking about playing another flight simulator game on the channel someday. I was kind of thinking about returning to Microsoft Flight Simulator someday, because there's still a couple of other Microsoft Flight Simulator games I still haven't played on the channel yet, like Flight Simulator 2002 and 2004. I was also thinking about redoing my Flight Simulator X video, because, in all honesty, I really do not like how the Flight Simulator X video came out, the one that I did back in 2015. God, that video was just so atrocious, because there were so many issues that I had with trying to actually get the game to work. Because if you ever watched that video of mine, you may have noticed that I was constantly getting crashing issues and frame rate issues, even some graphical oddities here and there, and it was just horrible, man. In retrospect, I don't think I should have ever uploaded that video. I think that was one of the moments that made me realize that uploading 2 videos a day just for the sake of uploading 2 videos a day, yeah, sometimes it can result in crappy content like that, and I think I started to realize after a while that it just wasn't good for not only the quality of my videos, but just for my mental health in general, so really glad I'm beyond those days now, really glad I'm past them, but that was one of the things I was thinking about doing, like redoing my Flight Simulator X video, because I do own the Steam version now, and I was also legitimately thinking about maybe one day revisiting Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator, because one other Combat Flight Simulator game that I definitely played before, and that I would really like to do a video on someday, is Combat Flight Simulator 3, because I remember playing that game a lot when I was younger. I don't have the CD-ROM that I used to own for the game anymore, but if I can find like a used copy again, I would love to play Combat Flight Simulator 3 again, man, because it's been so long. Been so long since I played that game. Yeah, we're out of fuel again, by the way. Also, I just realized that the trees are not solid. You can just fly right through them. But yeah, I would just really like to play another flight sim game sometime soon. It's been a while. I think it's long overdue. I would especially love to play Combat Flight Simulator 3 in particular, though, or even Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002, because that was my, that game was actually my introduction to the Flight Simulator series, the 2002 edition, so maybe I could do a video on that at some point, not only if I can find an actual copy of the game anymore, because I don't own neither of those games that I just mentioned, and also, I have no idea if they would even work now on my, you know, the hardware that I'm currently using. I have Windows 10 and a pretty recent laptop, like 2014 recent. I don't really know, but be on the lookout for it, because the Microsoft Flight Simulator series may one day return to my channel, although when exactly that'll happen is currently, up in the air! Oh god, okay, well I actually deserve to die for that one, so just... I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to make at least one aviation pun before this video ended, and that's what it resulted in, and you know what? I probably deserve it. But yeah, there's really nothing else to say other than that, guys. Loss of Fluid is just a very simple game where you have to land the plane, and you have to basically try and beat your own high score. That's essentially what the entire game revolves around. Trying to beat your high score. And that's pretty much it, honestly. There's nothing else to say about it other than that. I at least like the art style, though, and you know, you can kind of pull off some neat tricks. Unfortunately, the up and down arrow keys don't work in this game, I don't believe. Because I don't think it's possible for you to pull up. No, you can't. Like, you can't tilt the nose upwards or downwards by using yeah, up or down, or W and S. So that's a little bit unfortunate. The only real thing in the way of tricks that you can perform in this game are these little spiral movements that I'm making. Yeah, and you can't even collide with the trees because the trees are not solid. At least in Combat Flight Simulator 3, you could collide with them and basically destroy your entire plan, at least from what I can remember. And now I'm gonna start a forest fire because I crashed directly into them. Actually, I don't remember if being able to collide with trees was a thing you could do in Combat Flight Simulator 3, but if that wasn't a feature in the game, it should have been. That would have made it at least 10 times funnier. You probably would have been able to collide with houses in the game, though, because I remember Combat Flight Simulator 3 having actual 3D renditions of houses, and I'm pretty sure you could crash into them. I could be remembering that wrong. I mean, in Flight Simulator, there were various buildings in some of the environments that acted as physical objects that you could actually collide with, so it would only make sense. It would only make sense if Microsoft ported that mechanic over to Combat Flight Simulator. But either way, I'm just kind of going off on a tangent now, guys. I apologize, but yeah, I don't have anything more to say regarding loss of fluid, so we're gonna just end things there for now. I will restart this just to get this nice view up here. Yeah, so that's Loss of Fluid, a very simple score attack game where you have to land a plane on the runway, the engines are malfunctioning. You gotta perform an emergency landing, and you have to do it quick if you want to rack up all the points. It's kinda neat for what it is, but you would probably get bored of it pretty quickly, because there's nothing else to see. If there is one game that will probably have more staying power than Loss of Fluid, though, it would definitely be Ooh. You know, trying to perfect all of the levels in Ooh and trying to get better at them so that you can try getting through all the levels without dying a single time. I guess that would be the ultimate goal of that game in particular, if you want to truly master it. I mean, Loss of Fluid still requires a bit of strategy, because you can only control the engines independently and not both of them at a single time, so you kind of have to just fire one engine in order to reorient the plane, and then fire the other one to kind of, you know, just try and get it aligned perfectly with the runway, and then you have to very slowly make your descent down to the runway after putting down the landing gear. You just have to get it very level, and then you gotta just land it nice and smoothly. And then for whatever reason, it's allowed to skid off the runway and not explode after that. Oh, but no, when you try to just land it on flat terrain, which you would think would probably be possible, especially considering it is actually possible to do that in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know, it just made sense in my mind, but I guess the game doesn't agree. It just really wants you to try and land it on the runway. So yeah, I've got nothing more to say regarding both of these games, guys. If you want to play Loss of Fluid, the link is in the description. Loss of Fluid is free, for the record. You don't need to purchase this game in order to play it. Ooh, on the other hand, is not free, but it's also quite inexpensive at the same time. It only costs $1. Yeah, I believe this is the first double feature video in which I'm showing one game that's free and another game that's not free. I'm pretty sure that's a first for the series, actually, because I think in all the other double features I've done so far, I've shown off games that were commercially released. Games that you actually had to buy before you could play them. I'll probably do a double feature video eventually where I'm showing off only free games. I don't know, maybe I'll try to make that happen for March's double feature. I don't know, I'm just glad that I'm actually trying to stick to this promise that I made at the beginning of the year where I want to do at least one of these videos every single month. So we've done one for January and February. I've got a nice thing going right now, so let's just keep it going. March's double feature will arrive sometime in the middle of next month, most likely. As for which games I'm going to be showing off in the next double feature, I have not decided yet, but I definitely have ideas though, so stay tuned for that. For now though, guys, if you want to purchase Ooh, the link's in the description. If you want to purchase it on PC or, you know, your phone, iOS, Android, even Windows Phone, or if you just want to play the free browser-based version on Congregate. And if you want to download Loss of Fluid, the link to that is in the description as well. Loss of Fluid is only available on PC, where it will probably stay for the rest of time, because again, it's just a very small Ludum Dare game. I highly doubt this would ever get ported to consoles for any reason. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later.